Hi everyone, Mike Parekha, SkipperBud's, and today I've got something very special to show you. The brand new Tiara EX54. The renderings have been floating around the internet for about a month. This is the real boat. It's going to make its debut in Miami, Florida tomorrow morning. So here is a very first look at this beautiful vessel. The EX moniker. So EX moniker is new for Tiara with the EX60. And what is EX? EX is a mixture of an LS and a coupe. So an LS is essentially an outboard powered day boat, where a coupe is an IPS powered cruising boat. Mixing those two together, giving you the best of both worlds, we have an IPS powered large cruising day boat. Absolutely stunning. Double terraces on both sides. So like the EX60, there are three different options for this back seating area. We call them modules. So this would be the cruising module, which is a forward-facing seat. There's also what we call an adventure module. The adventure module is no seat here. All of the refrigeration I'm going to show you in a minute and everything on the backside is flipped forward, giving you a full egress here, really allowing you to do a number of different things. The table will be smaller. You could put deck chairs out here. You could do some fishing. Just kind of opens the back up. And now there's also going to be a third option, which is called a glass transom option, where there essentially is going to be a beautiful fiberglass frame with a glass surround with movable furniture inside. Yet to see that in person, but very excited to see that. As we stepped aft, you can see the hydraulic swim platform with the floating staircase, the dinghy chocks, the Kenyon grill with the magnetic holds, refrigerator. So if you're familiar with the coupes, this is a pretty familiar setup. You have the grill with the refrigerator. It's generally on the port side, not the starboard side, so that is a change. You can see we do have these pop-up lights. They will turn off and go down. A lot of lighting throughout the boat. Here you can see quick access to line storage, some quick storage, a trash can. You can see the brand new Tiara lines that come with the boat. We'll have a sink here. Ice maker. Once again, pop-up light. Here is the Portside terrace. Now these terraces are really cool. So there's not a lot of IPS powered boats. These terraces exist really as outboard propulsion became more popular. We lost that teak beach area in the back and we needed to extend it. So they would extend the side of these boats like this to give more beam, more usable teak beach. Well, on an IPS boat, we don't have any outboards. This just opens this whole cockpit up for entertaining immensely. And one thing Tiara does, you'll see this in the EX60 and the 54. So I'm standing on the terrace now. This is actually a boarding door. So if this were folded up, this door will swing inward and I can have egress right on the boat, right off the dock. Really nice and easy. For higher docks, we have this nice step right here. And while I'm touching this step right here, this material is referred to as Herculon. So what you're seeing the boat now is in its standard Herculon configuration. So this step, the alfresco dining area, these step treads, those are there really to give your eye a break up, just to show you that there's a step there. Now there is an option if you wanted this Herculon option to go all the way through and around. It could be back here and on the swim platform as well. So this is the standard Herculon option on the 54. On the 54, unlike the 60, this is fixed. On the 60, it'll go to bar, dining, and storage. In the 54, it is fixed at dining. There are two ottomans directly below. In the 60, there's a third ottoman. You can see this area here. We have these two stainless steel holders in the floor. Those are actually for two bar stools. So as we look up here, in the EX60, we had a guillotine window here. 54, it's flipped. It's now on the port side. This guillotine window goes down. That is actually an area where you can mount 2 bar stools. Those bar stools have 2 areas where we can mount them. You can mount them here, or you can also mount them inside to create a 360-degree dining experience in the salon. On the port side, where it belongs, we have the joystick plus docking. So on the opposite side of the helm, giving you full view of the port side when you're backing down. It's a nice look aft. I say it all the time, but the bright work on Tiara's is just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. So optional, on the starboard side, we have this large refrigerator freezer option. It could just be a cooler. I see most of these boats getting optioned with this refrigerator. Really expands a lot more of the refrigeration out here, where a lot of people entertaining are really going to utilize it. New door, you'll see this on the 48LE and you'll also see it on the 5040X, but as this door moves and I release my hand, there's a brake. So I can't really move that without pushing this down to move it. And when I let my hand off, the brake catches it. So what that does is when we're out at sea, keeps the door from sliding around, gives it also a really nice quality, solid feeling to it. Here's a look at the galley. Refrigerator, freezer, convection oven. There are 15 storage drawers throughout the upstairs portion of this boat. So this U-wrap seating, this dining area, actually does a full U-wrap all the way around. Right now you're seeing about 3/4 of it. So this chair here, there's a button on the back side. By pressing that button and pushing that seat forward, it actually turns this seating area into 360, and this just hides away as a backrest. So right now you're seeing it in the forward-facing position. So this is an optional 3rd screen on the port side. This is the battery and water management system. Fusion stereo. I love the black acrylic with the teak and the Herculon. Gives it just a really, really nice, classy, a lot of colors, a lot of attention to detail. At the helm, so we have 2 large Garmin screens, still lots of push buttons. If you watched any of my videos in the past, you know I love push buttons. I'm not a huge fan of digital switching. I love the Tiara still stays pure to this. Also, just like the 60, this is amazing. There's the 60 right there. So now I am literally at the helm. Here's the helm. I'm standing outside. I have full view of the entire starboard side of the boat. By pressing this button right here, I can pull this armrest out. So now the armrest is out. You can see I'm literally backing down, docking starboard side, standing outside. Best docking invention ever. The IPS doesn't hurt either. Moving forward, these are for a Mediterranean sunshade. Large designated storage, great for big fenders. You can see there's the top, or the poles, carbon fiber pole for the Mediterranean sunshade, 5-gallon bucket, beautiful D-ring, very beefy gas assist shock system. It's again, connections for the Mediterranean sunshade. Your fresh and raw water hookups here, also additional line storage. Underneath my feet is going to be your chain locker. Chain locker. Here's the remote for the windlass. Always don't forget to remove the safety chain. So here is a nice look aft. What a beautiful boat. So large seating area out here. This is letting a lot of natural light into the VIP stateroom. You can see the FLIR camera up here, the double domes. This table flips over. So right now you're lounging, you've got cup holders over here, and if you just wanted to set something to eat, you can set it there, but it also flips over and it's a cushion on the opposite side. Large manual slide windows, both port and starboard. So this is the port side. You can see really, really large. Can kind of bounce back and forth, and it hits my hip. So very safe, a lot of freeboard, a lot of lighting. Here is some pricing and some specs. Sorry about that beeping. We have a low voltage alarm. Not the best power here at the boat shows. So here is the VIP stateroom. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got a storage drawer below, as always. Unbelievable storage underneath the beds. Beautiful lighting throughout. The camera really doesn't give it justice how pretty that is. Just that shaped teak backdrop. There's that natural light that we saw from the bow. So everything's got a trigger on it. Nice stainless steel push. See a beautiful hanging locker with a mirror, full-length mirror. You can see the Herculon is in the atrium and going forward, but also see how the secondary helm is floating. It's just such a nice look, especially when you're sitting up there looking into the atrium. It really gives you a nice additional view. This is your day head. So they've got the multiple lighting mirror. I'm not an expert on this stuff by any means, but I know one's for makeup, one's off. Large shower with teak accoutrement. Starboard side bunk room. You can see these throughout the entire boat. Those are just induction charging areas. Large TV. See the new lighting. This would be the door to the day head. Now we're walking aft into the master. Large, spacious master. So on the starboard side, you can get this full dresser or you can get it a settee. Underneath the television, we have a washing machine. And, are you ready? An actual dryer that is vented and works, everybody. This dryer actually works.